This conference will now be recorded.
So in the last class, we started with microservices. The main thing of going with microservices is to build the components independently, and finally we need to integrate to make it as a larger system. And the integration part is taken care by Eureka server. So what we have seen in the last class, we have created this student microservice running in Tomcat server, port number 1111. If I go with the school name, it's going to return the list of students present in that school, right? So if you check it here, if you run our project, right click on student service and say run as Spring Boot app. And once we open browser and type the URL http://localhost 1111 get student details for school. It's going to return the based on the school name. What you pass in the path variable, it's going to return the list of students of that particular school. Right? Now we want to go with school microservice. So this school microservice is going to invoke student service. After that, we'll see the drawbacks. Then we configure Eureka server and we register our services into Eureka server. Now let us do this part now. Create a Spring Starter project school service in STS. Let us do this step. Click on File, New Spring Starter project. Then go with the name school service. Type Maven Java version 8. Then here school service. Artifact school service package. Let me go with com.school.service. com.school.service. Save next here. Then here we need to choose Spring Web as project dependency and click on Finish button. Now let me document. Click on File, New Spring Starter project. The name, we are going with the name school service. Type Maven Java version 8. Group school service. Artifact takes the name school service. Package com.school.service. Click next. In project dependencies, add Spring Web and click Finish. Right. Now the next step, update application.properties file of school service to update the Tomcat server port number. Application.properties file. So go to this application.properties file present under resources folder. Now let us change the port number. Server.port equal to 2222. We are going with the port number for school service as 2222. Now the next step, this is the very important step, major one. Create a REST controller class. Create REST controller class. School service controller. School service controller in com.school.service package of src/main/java folder of school service. This is the major important code. School service controller. Okay. So just what we have done up to now, we have created one Spring Starter project school service, and in application.properties file, we have changed the port number. Now let us go with the major important one. Right click on com.school.service and say new class school service controller. Now, let us start writing the code. So how to mark it as a REST controller class? By using annotation @REST controller. Annotations are more important during intro time. @REST controller. Now understand carefully. Where our service is running, this is the location where our student is service is running, right? This is the location where our student service is running. That is localhost 1111 get student details for school, and we pass the school name over here. Okay, we pass the school name. Now, so whenever you want to invoke a service running in other server, we make use of a property in Spring. We make use of a property REST template. We go with what? We make use of a property REST template and inject it automatically, auto word annotation. Okay, so whenever we want to invoke a service running in another server, from one server to other server, we make use of what property? REST template. We have seen, no, like a JDBC template, Hibernate template, similar way, REST template. Now create a method, public string get students, where we take the school name. Now here we are going to invoke the service, school service, sorry, student service we are going to invoke. Now in order to enter into this method, the annotation what we have to use, request mapping. Request mapping get school details for the given school name. We are taking the school name as the path variable. Get school details for given school name. So how to take this path variable value? By using annotation @path variable. Here we have to go with the path variable. Now, so how to invoke these services? By using REST template like this. Understand carefully, a bigger one, but no need to remember. So here string response equal to REST template dot exchange. We have to call the method exchange. REST template dot exchange. This method you remember, that's enough for intro time. And pass the API where your service is running. REST template dot exchange, pass the API where your service is running, then say comma HTTP method dot get null comma new parameterized type reference. What is the parameter you are passing? School name. School name is what type here? String type. New parameterized type reference. In parenthesis, open and close curly braces, then say comma school name. Then call the method get body. A bigger one, but no need to remember. Keep the documents handy with you. Now we get the response. So what are the response we are getting from this student service? That this response will come and store into this string here, response string. Now return return school name, what is the school name we have taken, that school name we want to print, and slash n student details, where the student details are present in response. Student details are present in response. That's it. Okay. So from school service, I'm invoking student service. So this is the location where our student service is running. So we have to give the location details where service is running. Now, let us run the project here. The next step, run school service as Spring Boot app. Right click on school service and say run as Spring Boot app. Let me show this. Right click on school service and say run as Spring Boot app. So it's going with the action. It's asking you to do an action. Okay, one more. It's going with REST template. It's unable to identify. You can start defining as a bean type. So what we have to do is here we have to create one method, public REST template. Next we have to return the object of REST template class. You return the object of REST template class and mark it as a bean here. Mark it as a bean. Run your project again. Then see, it's saying some action rely upon circular references is discouraged. It is asking you to create a property. It's asking you to create a property. Spring.main allow circular references as true. So just to take this property, go to application.properties file, paste the property and make this value as true here. Make the value as true. Run the project again. It has started. See, Tomcat server started in port number 2222. Now open browser and type the URL http://localhost:2222/ get school details for XYZ school. See, so school name XYZ school, student details. This is the response what you are getting from where? Student service. This response you are getting from where? Student service. We are getting from student service. So one service is invoking other service here. Communication between services to services. That's the main thing of REST APIs. Okay. Now, if I pass here ABC school, we get the student details of ABC school. These are the student details of ABC school. What is our next step? Open browser and type the following APIs. Right. So that completes our two services here. So what we have done up to now, we have done with the student service, we have done with student school service, and student school service is invoking student service. Now see the drawback now. See the drawback. The drawback with our code up to now is in school service controller, we are giving the location details where service is running. We are mentioning the address. Localhost means since I am working in same machine, so localhost. But in reality, the service may be running in some other location. So we have to provide the IP address or host name and the port number of service, the server location to say. Okay. So this we have to provide compulsory. In future, if the port number has been updated, then again I have to come back to this class and change the port number over here. This is the drawback here. So if one service changes the location, we have to update to other services where the service has been invoked. This is the major drawback. Here only 2 services, no problem. But in reality, we may go with hundreds of services. If you update the location of one service, so we have to update to other services where it has been invoked. So this is the major drawback here. That is the place where we come to this microservices. And the integration part is done by using Eureka server. The integration we take care by using Eureka server. Now let us go with the next and important step, Eureka server. Yes, Ravikumar.
Sir, what I've seen in our company's project, like people maintain these domain in properties file, and as a variable, as a global variable, let's say student service variable, and that is used inside that where we are invoking this call. So
Right.
that is that can be also a workaround, right? Temporary, like if we don't use Eureka server.
If we are going to call it, right? We are going to use it by the service name, but it won't work directly.
Yeah, but we don't have to hard code the URL in that case, and we'll define as a variable in some properties file. And
right. That only we are going to do now. That only we are going to do. That's the main thing what we are going to do now. We are going to give a name to the service, and that service we register in Eureka now.
okay.
Okay, that part you might have not done. You are just giving the service, but internally
Yes,
it
not
is going to
maintaining
use a
in,
server
yes,
to store your details.
yes. So rather than Eureka, just maintaining in some file within the code itself, some config file. So that was people were doing.
No. It's actually they might have given the project in such a way that that is already registered with Eureka or any other cloud actually.
Okay.
Okay, that details may not have given to you.
Okay.
You are just they are asking you to give some service name. Okay, so internally it's going to take your data into Eureka server or any other server. Okay.
Yeah, understood.
Right, that only we'll be seeing. Once we see it now, you'll get some idea on this. Now, let us go with the major step, Eureka server. Configure Eureka server in STS. So for this, create a Spring Starter project, discovery Eureka server in STS. So right click on file, new Spring Starter project, discover Eureka server, type Maven Java version 8, group, discover Eureka server, artifact, it takes the name, package, com.discovery.eureka.server. Click next. And here in available, we have to choose Eureka server. We have to choose what here, Eureka server, and click on finish button. Click on finish button. Right? Now, let me document. Click on File, New, Spring Starter project. In the name, go with the Discover Eureka server. Then type Maven, Java version 8. Then group. I'm going with the same name. Artifact.
Hi, bye.
Artifact, Discover Eureka server. Then package, form.discovery.eureka.server. Click next. Click next. Just a minute, everyone. In project dependencies, select or add Eureka server and click finish. Right? Now, let us go with the next step. After creating this project, the next step is update. Just a simple update. Only one-time process. Whatever I'm doing, it's only one-time process. Update pym.xml file of Discovery Eureka server. All these are one-time steps only. So all one-time steps only. So go to this Discover Eureka server, open pym.xml file. Here we need to do the update here. So for that, I'll be sharing the codes to you. Directly take the codes and update here. So I'll be sharing the codes. Like I'll be sharing a file. This one, Microservices folder I'll be sharing. In this Microservices folder, you can find our three folders here: Student Service, School Service, and Discover Eureka server. So complete folder you will be getting in the form of zip file. Okay, just what file we have to open now? Discover Eureka server. Open this Discover Eureka server. Take this form.xml file. Open the code. Copy this piece of code and paste it in our pym.xml file. Remove this code and paste it. So just we have done this one. The dependency what we have added is Spring Framework Cloud, Spring Cloud Starter Netflix Eureka server. This dependency we have added here. The next step is update discovery Eureka server application.java file of this one, this package com.discovery.eureka server package by adding the following annotation. The annotation what we need to add here is enable Eureka server. This annotation we need to add. Simple updations. So let me open this file. So under src main Java, you can see the package com.discovery Eureka server. Then here above this class, just add the annotation @ enable Eureka server. right? The next updation is update application.properties file of discovery Eureka server. Application.properties file. Go to this application.properties file present under resources folder. Here we have to provide the port number like server.port is 8761. Then we have to say here eureka.client.register with Eureka as false. So whatever the Eureka clients we create, that won't get registered directly with Eureka. That's the reason we are making it as false. Okay. One more property, Eureka.client.fetch registry. This is also false. Just add these three properties. This is optional. 8761 port number is optional because the default port number where Eureka server will be running is 8761. So to provide the details, I've given this property to you. The next step, stop all other services. Stop all other services like this. You need to stop all other services. So here you can see this square shaped red color symbol. If you expand this, you can find the services which are running in server. If you click on student service, that will get stopped. Again, if you click on school service, that will get stopped. So it is now disabled totally, means no services are running. Now, the next step, run discover Eureka server as Spring Boot app. Run discover Eureka server as Spring Boot app like this. Right click on this project and say run as Spring Boot app. Now see here, it has started in port number 8761. Now open browser and type the URL http://localhost:8761. Now observe here, very important, observe here. So, instances currently registered with Eureka. Instances currently registered with Eureka. No instances are available. Just we have configured only Eureka server up to now, but we did not add any instances, any services to Eureka up to now. Okay, so what is our next step? Open browser and type the following URL http://localhost:8761. Observe the instances currently registered with Eureka. So here you can find no instances available. Yes, we have just configured only Eureka server, but we did not add any Eureka clients. We did not add any services to Eureka. Clear up to here, all of you? Right. Now let us register our microservices to Eureka. So register student service, registered student service and school service into Eureka service registry. So For this, again, simple copy and paste work here. Simple copy and paste work. Update pym.xml file of student service. Update application.properties file of student service. Just a simple updations. Application.properties file. Similar way, we have to do it for school service also. Let us do these updations. Let us do one by one to avoid confusion. Open student service, open pym.xml file. So whatever the folder I shared to you, the microservices folder, go to the student service, copy, open this pym.xml file, copy this piece of code and paste over here and paste here. So just we have added this dependency, this one. Netflix Cloud Starter, Netflix Eureka client. Sorry, Spring Cloud Starter, Netflix Eureka client. This dependency we have added. The next thing, open application.properties file, and we have to give the name to the service now. This one, spring.application.name. I'm going with the name student service. We are giving what name? Spring.application.name student service. Any name, it's up to you. Then, same way, we need to go to your school service. Then open the pym.xml file of school service. All these are one-time process only one-time process. Okay. Remove this port and paste it here. Same. We have just added this dependency. Spring Cloud Starter Netflix Eureka client. Open application.properties file of school service and give the name spring.application.name school service. Save this. Now the next step, run student service and school service as Spring Boot app. Run student service and school service as Spring Boot app. Right click on student service and say run as Spring Boot app. Right. Then similar way, you right click on school service and say run as Spring Boot app. Then, now open browser and type this URL 8761. Now observe here, instances currently registered with Eureka. Now you can see school service and student service and where the location they are running. So this is my computer name. This is my computer name, the name of the service and port number where it is running. So in future, if this port number changes here to 3333, nothing to worry. You need not do anything. This will automatically get updated over here. This will automatically get updated. Right? If any service changes the location, the details will automatically get updated to Eureka. The next step, open browser and type this URL. Now observe the instances. Student service and school service. Now the last step is update school service controller at Java file of form.school.service package of school service. replace http://localhost 1111 with http://student service. Now we have to go with the service name over here. Now we have to go with what? Service name. So go to this file. Under this, you can find this one. Under package com.school.service, open this file, school service controller. Now what we have to do? Go to this location. Here we are having localhost 1111 now. That we have to go with the name now, student service. We have to use the name of the service here. Now open browser and type this URL. Localhost 2222 get student details, get school details for given school. So what is the same result? The result will be same here. What is the school name you take, that result will be same. But only the thing we have done this change. Instead of directly referring to the address where service is running, we are going to use the names over here. That is the meaning called as lookup here. Lookup for student service. Right? So open browser and type this URL. Okay. So I'll be sharing the complete codes. Microservices.zip file. And Ravi Kumar, coming to your question. So what they do in reality, to everyone it is, in reality what they do is, they configure this Eureka server first. They configure this Eureka server, and whenever you create a microservice, someone will be taking care of writing pym.xml file. So someone will be taking care of writing pym.xml file. So what you are doing after creating your service, you are giving the name to the service. So once we give the name, when you run, automatically that names will be registered with Eureka. That names are registered. So in your case, what you are doing, you are directly invoking. We are feeling that school is invoking student, but internally what it is happening, since they are automatically getting registered with Eureka, when school service is invoking student, it's first of all going to Eureka, taking the location details and invoking actually. That is the thing what is happening internally. Got it, Ravi Kumar?
Yes, sir.
Right?
This is quite a bit similar to DNS lookup also in
Right. That's it. Yeah, DNS lookup. Right. So please practice this. I'll be sharing the complete codes, and keep the codes handy with you. Always keep the codes handy with you, so that whenever the requirement comes, you can just use my codes over there. Okay. So I'll be sharing the complete codes to you. Right. And tomorrow I'll be starting off with a new topic. We'll be entering into the next one, last part of our course, Angular framework. So where it goes totally 3 classes for us to complete. Okay. And on the last day of Angular, we'll even integrate our Angular application to Java. So the services will be running on Java server. From Angular, we connect to the Java service, get the data, and do the presentation on browser using Angular. Such type of codes also we are going to see on the last day. Okay. So next 3 classes are important. Don't miss out. Right. Thank you all. Thank you.